There is a small room at the edge of a village, and the night has already settled in. A single lamp burns low on a wooden table, its flame barely moving, casting the softest glow across the worn floorboards. Outside, the world has grown quiet. The kind of quiet that comes only after everything has finally stopped asking for your attention. The walls of this room are old, made of timber that has held the same silence for many, many years. There is a window, and through it, you can see the faint outline of trees against a sky that holds no moon tonight. Only the gentle presence of clouds drifting somewhere far above. A cushion rests on the floor near the lamp. It has been placed there with care, as if someone knew you would come, as if someone understood that you needed a place to simply be, not to fix anything, not to solve anything, just to rest. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The lamp flickers just once and then settles again. The flame knows how to be still. It does not try to burn brighter than it needs to. It simply offers what light it has, and that is enough. Somewhere beyond the walls of this room, there is a garden. You cannot see it from here, but you can sense it. The faint smell of damp earth drifts through the cracks in the old wood. Perhaps it rained earlier, a soft rain that came and went without anyone noticing. The kind of rain that waters everything gently and then disappears, leaving only the scent of life behind. In this room, there is nothing that needs to be done. No task waiting. No problem to untangle. The day, with all its weight and all its asking, has finally let go of you. Or perhaps you have let go of it. It does not matter which came first. What matters is that you are here now, in this small room, with this single lamp, and the night stretching out around you like a blanket that has no edges. The floor beneath you is solid. It has held the weight of many tired bodies before yours. It does not mind holding one more. It does not ask you to be lighter than you are. It simply supports you, the way the ground always does, without complaint, without condition. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. Outside the window, a branch moves in a wind so gentle it makes no sound. You see the shadow of leaves shifting on the far wall, a slow dance of shapes that requires nothing from you. You do not need to understand it. You do not need to name it. You can simply watch or not watch. Both are fine. Both are allowed. The lamp continues to burn. It will burn for as long as you need it to, and then it will fade when you no longer need the light. There is no hurry. There is no schedule here. Time moves differently in rooms like this, in nights like this. It stretches and softens, becoming something you rest inside of rather than something that pushes you forward. A small cup sits on the table near the lamp. It is empty now, but earlier it held tea. You can still smell the faint trace of it in the air, something earthy and warm. Beside the cup, a string of wooden beads rests in a loose coil. They have been touched many times by many hands, worn smooth by years of quiet use. No one is using them now. They simply rest, the way you are resting. There is another scent in this room, faint beneath the tea. The ghost of incense, burned hours ago. Now just a memory in the air. Sandalwood, perhaps, or cedar. Something that once rose in thin ribbons of smoke and has long since dissolved into the silence. On the wall opposite the window, a piece of cloth hangs, old and faded, a color that might once have been saffron but has softened over the years into something gentler. It asks for nothing. It simply hangs and softens the room and waits. And you can breathe in, slowly, and breathe out. The flame of the lamp shrinks slightly, then rises again. It is finding its rhythm for the night, the steady pulse of something that knows how to sustain itself without effort. You could watch the flame for hours, and it would never bore you, because it is always the same and always slightly different. A small teaching, perhaps, though no one is teaching anything here. There are no lessons in this room, only presence, only the simple fact of being here, now, in this moment that asks nothing of you. Your body knows how to rest. It has always known. Sometimes the mind forgets to let it, but the body remembers. The body knows how to soften, how to settle, how to release what it has been carrying. And in this room, with this lamp, in this long and quiet night, your body is remembering. The cushion beneath you is neither too soft nor too firm. It holds you the way you need to be held. And the air in this room is neither too warm nor too cool. It wraps around you without pressing, without pulling. Everything here is in balance, not because someone arranged it that way, but because this is what happens when things are left alone, when nothing is forced, when everything is allowed to be exactly what it is. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. Perhaps you have been carrying more than you realized. Sometimes it is only when we finally stop that we notice how heavy the load has been. The worries that accumulated through the day, one by one, like grains of sand in a pocket. The tensions that built in your muscles without your knowing. The half-finished thoughts that kept looping, looking for resolution. All of it weighing on you without announcing itself. And now, in this room, you can begin to notice. Not to analyze, not to solve, just to notice, and in noticing, to let go. The load does not need to be understood to be released. You do not need to name each worry before setting it down. You can simply open your hands, open your mind, and let what needs to fall away, fall away. The floor will hold it. The night will absorb it. The darkness will take it and dissolve it into nothing. You do not need to carry anything through these dark hours. The only work of night is rest. Outside, the clouds continue their slow drift across the sky. They are in no hurry to be anywhere. They have no destination that matters more than the journey. They simply move, carried by currents you cannot see, shaped by forces that require no understanding. And below them, the trees stand patient and still, their roots deep in the earth, their branches reaching toward nothing in particular. They are not striving. They are simply growing, the way all living things grow, slowly and without effort. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. In a room like this, it is possible to remember that you are not just a mind. You are also a body. You are also breath. You are also this moment, this lamplight, this silence. You are larger than the thoughts that have been circling. And you are smaller too. Small enough to fit perfectly in this room, in this night, in this breath. The wooden beads on the table catch the light, smooth and round, worn by many hands over many years. They rest in their coil, asking nothing, holding nothing, complete in their stillness. Like you, like everything here. And you can breathe in, slowly, and breathe out. The village beyond these walls is sleeping. You cannot hear anyone moving, cannot hear any voices. Somewhere far away there might be a temple bell, but it is not ringing now. It rests in its tower, silent, waiting for morning. Everything waits. Everything rests. And you are part of this waiting, this resting, this quiet night that belongs to no one and everyone. The wood of the walls has a scent. Old wood, dried over years, holding the memory of rain and sun and seasons that have passed. If you breathe deeply, you can smell it. A grounding smell. A smell that says, "This is real. This place is real. You are really here. And you are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to have given everything you had today and to have nothing left. This is not weakness. This is what happens when you are human, when you care, when you try. The tiredness is not a failure. It is evidence that you showed up, that you did what you could. And now, in this room, you can set that down. You can let your arms rest at your sides. You can let your shoulders drop. You can let your jaw soften, your forehead smooth, your eyes grow heavy. And you can breathe in, slowly, and breathe out. The lamp casts your shadow on the wall, a soft shape that moves when you move and stills when you still. Your shadow has been with you all day, following you through everything, and now it rests beside you. It does not judge. It does not remember the mistakes you think you made. It simply is, a faithful companion that asks nothing and offers quiet company. There is a crack in the wooden floor, a thin line that runs from somewhere near the door to somewhere near the window. It has been there for a long time, perhaps decades, perhaps longer. And in all that time, the room has not fallen apart. The crack is simply part of the floor now, part of what makes this room, not a flaw, just a detail. Just one more thing that is allowed to exist without being fixed. The night continues outside, deep and soft. Somewhere far away, there might be stars behind the clouds, but you cannot see them, and you do not need to. The darkness itself is enough. The darkness is not empty. It is full of rest, full of the quiet that comes after sound, full of the stillness that holds everything gently until morning. And you can breathe in, slowly, and breathe out. If you could see yourself from above, you would see a body at rest, a shape in the darkness, soft and still, breathing slowly. You would see how peaceful you look, how complete. You would see that there is nothing missing from this moment, nothing that needs to be added. Everything that you need is already here. Everything that you are is already enough. The lamp beside you continues its quiet vigil, asking nothing, giving what light it can. It has been your companion through this long night, and it will continue until you no longer need it. This is what good companions do. They stay, they wait, they offer what they have without demanding anything in return. The flame of the lamp sways just slightly, as if responding to a breath you did not know you released. And then it steadies again. This is what flames do. They respond, they adjust, they find their center again and again without struggle, without thought. A small flame in a small room in a quiet village on a night that will pass like all nights pass, leaving nothing behind but rest. Your hands can be soft now. They have done their work for the day. They have held things and carried things and reached for things and let things go. Now they can simply rest, palms up or palms down, however feels most natural. They do not need to grip anything. They do not need to be ready. They can just be hands at rest, warm and soft and still. The cushion beneath you holds your weight. The floor beneath the cushion holds the cushion. The earth beneath the floor holds the room. And something larger than the earth holds everything else, though you do not need to name it or understand it. You only need to know that you are held, that you have always been held, that even when you felt like you were falling, something was there, waiting to catch you. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. In this room, time moves like honey. Slow, golden, thick with sweetness even when there is no sweetness to be found. You do not need to count the minutes. You do not need to know how long you have been here or how long you will stay. You can simply rest inside this slowness, this honey-thick time that asks nothing and gives everything. The cushion beneath you knows how to hold a body. It has held many bodies before yours. Bodies that were tired from work, from worry, from the simple effort of being alive. And each one found rest here, in this same position, on this same fabric, breathing this same quiet air. You are part of a long line of resting bodies, stretching back through time, connected by nothing more than this shared need for stillness. And if you think about it, which you do not need to, the whole world is resting somewhere right now. On the other side of the earth, perhaps it is daylight, but somewhere in between, there is always a place where night holds the land. Always a place where darkness has settled in. Always a village like this one. Always a room like this one. Always someone needing rest and finally finding it. And you can breathe in, slowly, and breathe out. The cloth on the wall stirs, just barely. A draft from somewhere, perhaps the window, perhaps a crack you cannot see. And then it settles again, and you realize you have been watching it without knowing you were watching. This is good. This is what happens when the mind begins to let go. It stops narrating. It stops explaining. It simply notices, softly, without grasping. And then it lets go of even that. Outside, the trees are still. The clouds are still moving, somewhere up there in the dark, but you cannot see them now. You can only feel the night pressing gently against the window, a presence without weight, a darkness without threat. The night is not something to fear. It is something to rest inside of. It has been holding the world in sleep since the beginning, and it knows how to hold you too. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The lamp seems dimmer now, though perhaps that is only your eyes growing heavy. It does not matter. The light is still there, soft and steady, and it will be there for as long as you need it. And when you no longer need it, when sleep has finally found you, it will continue to burn quietly, keeping watch over nothing in particular, offering its small warmth to an empty room. Your thoughts may still be moving. That is fine. Thoughts are like clouds. They drift. They change shape. They pass. You do not need to stop them. You do not need to chase them away. You can simply let them move through you, the way weather moves through a valley, touching everything and holding on to nothing. They will slow down on their own. They always do, eventually, when you stop giving them your attention. The scent of the old wood is still there, the faint trace of tea, the smell of night air drifting through invisible cracks. These are the smells of rest, the smells of a world that has stopped performing, stopped producing, stopped demanding. A world that is simply being, the way you are simply being, here in this room, on this cushion, with this lamp. And you can breathe in, slowly, and breathe out. There is a gentleness in this room that you may not have noticed at first, a softness to every surface, a kindness in the way the light falls. This room has held so many tired people. It has witnessed so much letting go. And in that witnessing, it has become a place where letting go is easier, where rest is not just possible, but natural, where the body remembers what the mind sometimes forgets. You are part of this room now, part of its long history of rest. And when you leave, eventually, when morning comes and the world asks for you again, something of you will remain here, some small essence of your rest, joining all the other rest that has happened in this space. The room will remember you in the way rooms remember, silently, completely, without judgment or demand. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. Somewhere in the village, a dog is sleeping. You cannot hear it, but you know it is there, curled in some corner, its paws twitching with dreams. And somewhere else, a cat is sleeping, and birds are sleeping in the branches of trees, their heads tucked under wings. The whole world is sleeping, or preparing to sleep, or already deep in the quiet that comes after waking. And you are part of this. You belong to this great rest that holds everything. Every creature knows how to rest when the time comes. The birds do not worry about tomorrow's flight. The cat does not plan its morning hunt. The dog does not fret about what it might have done differently during the day. They simply sleep, fully and completely, trusting that when they wake, they will know what to do. And you can trust this too. You can let your mind rest the way animals let their minds rest, without agenda, without analysis. Just pure, simple, uncomplicated rest. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The shadow on the wall has grown longer, or perhaps it only seems that way. Shadows do not measure time the way clocks do. They simply stretch and shrink with the light, following rules that have nothing to do with minutes or hours. And you can follow those rules too, if you want. You can let your sense of time stretch and shrink, becoming something soft, something that does not press. Your eyelids are heavy. This is good. This is what eyelids do when rest is near. They grow heavy because they want to close. They want to give your eyes a break from seeing, from processing, from making sense of shapes and colors and movements. Behind closed eyes, there's a different kind of seeing. Softer, less demanding. A seeing that is more like feeling, more like remembering, more like dreaming. You can trust your eyelids. They know when it is time to close. They have been closing every night of your life, and they know how to do this without your help. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The flame of the lamp continues its quiet dance. The room holds its quiet shape. The night continues outside, vast and gentle, full of nothing that needs your attention. Everything is exactly as it should be. Not perfect, not fixed, just exactly as it is. And that is enough. That has always been enough, though sometimes it is hard to remember. In this room, you do not need to be anyone in particular. You do not need to be the person who has responsibilities waiting. You do not need to be the person who made mistakes today or worried about tomorrow. You can simply be a body on a cushion, a breath in a room, a small warmth in a quiet night. That is all you need to be right now. That is all anyone has ever needed to be in moments like this. The cushion holds you. The floor holds the cushion. The room holds the floor. The night holds the room. And something larger holds the night. Layer after layer of holding, stretching out in every direction. And at the center of all of it, you. Resting. Finally resting. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. If the temple bell were to ring now, you would not hear it. You are too deep in rest, too far from waking. But the bell does not ring. It hangs silent in its tower, waiting for morning. It has rung 1,000 times before, and will ring 1,000 times again. But not now. Now, even the bell rests. Even the bell is silent. Even the bell knows that night is for stillness. There is a quality to this darkness that is almost tender. It does not press against the windows. It does not try to enter uninvited. It simply waits outside, patient and vast, offering the kind of rest that only darkness can offer. The rest of not being seen. The rest of not needing to present anything to anyone. In the dark, you can simply be. You can let your face relax into whatever expression it finds naturally. You can let your thoughts drift without anyone watching them drift. The lamp keeps its small vigil, a single point of warmth in all this softness. It does not compete with the dark. It does not try to push it back. It simply coexists. Flame and shadow, light and rest, each one making the other possible. This is how things work when they are not fighting. This is what peace looks like in the simplest terms. The lamp has burned through many nights like this. It knows how to be patient. It knows how to give without expecting. It knows how to stay. And you can learn from lamps if you want. But you do not need to learn anything tonight. You only need to rest. Somewhere in your body, a warmth is spreading. It begins perhaps in your chest or perhaps in your belly, and it moves outward slowly, reaching your arms, your legs, the tips of your fingers, the soles of your feet. This is the warmth of letting go. This is what relaxation feels like when it finally arrives. Not sudden, not dramatic, just a slow spreading warmth that asks for nothing and gives everything. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The old wood of the walls has seen many nights like this, many tired bodies, many restless minds that finally grew still. The walls do not remember them specifically, but they hold the memory anyway in the way old wood holds everything. The grain of the wood, the knots, the patterns that formed over years of growth, all of it holds memory. All of it holds rest. The incense that was burned here years ago, decades ago, the prayers that were whispered, the breaths that were taken, all of it absorbed into the wood, into the silence, into the deep rest that fills this space. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. Your body is growing heavier, not in a bad way, in the way bodies grow heavy when ready to sleep, sinking, settling, finding rest. You do not need to try. You can simply allow. The cup on the table is still empty, the beads still coiled, the incense long faded, everything at rest, everything complete in its stillness. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The cloth on the wall is perfectly still. No draft, no movement, just faded fabric and lamplight. Part of the room, part of the silence, part of the rest. Outside the window, the darkness is complete. The shapes of trees have disappeared into the night, becoming part of it, merging with the vast and gentle dark. You cannot see where the trees end and the sky begins. It is all one thing now. One darkness, one rest. And you are part of it too, your edges softening, your boundaries growing less certain, your sense of being separate from everything else beginning to fade. This is what happens when rest comes. The walls between things dissolve. The hard lines become soft. Everything flows into everything else. The way rivers flow into the sea. The way breath flows into air. The way sleep flows into dreaming. There is nothing to resist. Nothing to fear. Only the gentle dissolution of everything that separates you from rest. And you can breathe in, slowly, and breathe out. The lamp is definitely dimmer now. The flame has shrunk to something small and gentle, barely more than a glow. But it is still there, still burning, still offering what light it has. And that light is enough to soften the darkness without pushing it away. Enough to see by, if you open your eyes. Enough to rest by, if you keep them closed. Your thoughts have slowed. You may not have noticed when it happened, but somewhere in the last few moments, the constant motion has settled. Like leaves that have been spinning in the wind, finally coming to rest on the surface of a still pond. They are still there. The thoughts are still there. But they are not moving anymore. They are just floating. Soft and distant, requiring nothing. This is the mind finding its way to stillness. Not forced, not pushed. Just gradually settling. The way everything settles when you stop stirring it. And perhaps this is the secret that tired minds need to hear. You do not need to stop your thoughts. You do not need to fight them or chase them away. You can simply stop feeding them. Stop giving them your attention. Stop believing that they are urgent, that they need to be solved tonight, that they cannot wait until morning. They can wait. They always can. And when you stop engaging with them, they slowly settle, like sediment in a glass of water, until the water is clear and you can see through to the other side. The village sleeps. The trees sleep. The earth beneath everything sleeps its long, slow sleep, turning slowly, holding everything gently, moving through space in a darkness that has no end. And somewhere in all of that, in this small room with this small lamp, you are resting too. Part of the great rest. Part of the deep quiet that holds everything when the day is done. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The cushion is soft beneath you. You can barely feel it anymore. This is trust in the body. This is letting go. Not dramatic, not sudden, just softening, just release. The wooden floor holds the room. The room holds you. The night holds everything. Your breath has found its own rhythm. You do not need to guide it. It knows what to do. It has always known. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The flame flickers once, then steadies. A deep, steady burn, asking nothing, giving what it gives. The night outside has grown deeper. If such a thing is possible, the darkness has become more complete. There are no edges anywhere, no beginnings or endings, just the smooth and endless dark, holding everything gently, the way a mother holds a sleeping child, without grasping, without agenda. Just holding, because that is what the dark does. That is what night is for. Somewhere in your body, tension you did not know you were holding has released. Perhaps in your jaw, perhaps in your shoulders, perhaps somewhere deeper, somewhere you cannot name. It does not matter where. What matters is that it has let go. What matters is that you are softer now than you were a moment ago. And in the next moment, you will be softer still. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The room is warm, not hot, just warm enough. The kind of warmth that wraps around you without smothering, that holds you without pressing. The lamp contributes to this warmth, its small flame offering what heat it has. And your body contributes too, the quiet warmth of blood moving through veins, of life continuing its work even as you rest. The cloth on the wall has faded to almost nothing in the dim light. A suggestion of fabric, a memory of color. It does not matter. It is there, and you know it is there, and that is enough. So many things are like that. Present even when you cannot see them clearly. Real even when you cannot name them. The world is full of such things, and you are surrounded by them always, even when you forget. Your eyelids are very heavy now. If they are open, they want to close. If they are closed, they want to stay that way. Both are fine. Both lead to the same place, the same rest, the same gentle darkness that waits for everyone who is tired, everyone who has given what they have, everyone who needs a break from being awake. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The sounds of the night have grown softer, or perhaps your ears have grown softer to them. There is nothing sharp anymore, nothing sudden, just the continuous quiet hum of existence, the sound the world makes when it is not trying to be heard. A background sound, a lullaby sound, the sound of everything being exactly what it is, without effort, without strain. In this room, in this night, there is nothing to fix, nothing to improve, nothing to worry about until morning, and morning is far away. So far away that you do not need to think about it. You can let morning take care of itself, the way it always does, arriving when it arrives, bringing what it brings. For now, there is only night, only rest, only this. The cushion holds you. The floor holds the cushion. The room holds you all. And the night, vast and gentle, holds everything. You are nested inside layers of holding, like a seed inside a fruit, inside a tree. Safe, enclosed, held. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. Perhaps tomorrow will ask things of you. Perhaps there are tasks waiting, responsibilities calling, people who need your attention. But that is tomorrow. And tomorrow is not here. Tomorrow exists only as a thought, and thoughts cannot touch you when you are resting this deeply. They float past like leaves on a stream, and you let them go. You have no need to catch them. You have no need to examine them. They are not yours right now. Nothing is yours right now except this breath, this rest, this moment of being held. Your body has become very still. You may notice that you have not moved in some time. This is good. This is the body doing what it knows how to do. Finding stillness. Finding the position that requires no effort, no adjustment, no attention. You can trust this stillness. You can rest inside it. The lamp burns on. The flame has reached some kind of equilibrium, some perfect balance between fuel and air and heat. It will stay this way for hours if needed. It does not know how to rush. It does not know how to worry about running out. It simply burns, moment by moment, offering light, offering warmth, asking nothing in return. The night continues. The earth turns. The stars wheel overhead, hidden by clouds but present nonetheless, following their ancient paths through the darkness. And somewhere on this turning earth, in this small village, in this quiet room, you are resting. Part of the turning, part of the wheeling, part of the great slow dance of everything that exists. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. Beyond this room, perhaps 100 steps away, there is a small courtyard. Stone paths worn smooth by years of footsteps. A Bodhi tree growing in the center, its heart-shaped leaves still in the windless night. At this hour, no one walks those paths. The courtyard rests as you rests. The tree rests, as all things rest when the day is done. There might be a stone bench beneath that tree, old and weathered, holding the shape of all who have sat there over the years. Tired people, thoughtful people, people who needed a moment to simply be still. The bench holds the memory of their rest. But tonight, the bench is empty. Tonight, everything is simply being. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The lamp in your room flickers gently, as if responding to something you cannot see. Perhaps the air shifted. Perhaps the oil settled. It does not matter why. What matters is that the light continues, soft and steady, unchanged in any way that matters. In the distance, there might be water, a stream perhaps, running along the edge of the village. You cannot hear it from here. The walls are too thick, the night too quiet, the distance too great. But you know water is out there somewhere, finding its way downhill, following the path of least resistance, never fighting, never forcing. Water knows how to rest even while moving. It knows how to give itself to gravity, to the shape of the land, to whatever holds it. And you can rest like water, soft, yielding, moving towards stillness without effort. The stream would be dark now, reflecting nothing, the sky too clouded to offer stars. Just dark water moving through dark banks, touching dark stones, making sounds that no one is awake to hear. And that is fine. The stream does not need listeners. It does not need appreciation. It simply flows, moment after moment, the way it has flowed for longer than anyone remembers. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. Your body has found such stillness. You may notice that even your smallest muscles have released their grip. The tiny muscles around your eyes, which hold tension without you knowing. The muscles in your fingers, which grasp even when there is nothing to hold. All of them softening. All of them letting go. This is what bodies do when they finally feel safe. This is what rest looks like from the inside. The walls of this room have their own kind of patience. They have stood through storms and seasons, through heat and cold, through years of nights exactly like this one. They do not count the nights. They do not remember them individually. They simply stand, and in their standing, they offer shelter. Quiet shelter. Uncomplicated shelter. The kind of shelter that does not ask to be thanked. The window is dark now, showing nothing but the faint reflection of the lamp's small flame. A tiny light in the glass, doubled there, as if there were two flames instead of one. Two small warmths in the quiet night. You and your reflection, perhaps, resting together, each as real as the other, each as deserving of peace. And you can breathe in, slowly, and breathe out. If you listened very carefully, you might hear the sound of your own heartbeat, that quiet drum that has been playing since before you were born. It does not need your attention to continue. It does not need your gratitude. It simply beats, moment after moment, sending warmth through your body, keeping everything alive while you rest. You can trust your heart. It has never once forgotten to beat. The wooden floor has grown warm where your body rests. Your heat has seeped into it, and now it offers that warmth back to you. An exchange, a gentle give and take. This is how the world works when you let it. Everything flows, everything shares, nothing holds on too tightly. The cushion beneath you has molded to your shape. It remembers you now in the way that soft things remember. And when you rise, eventually, hours from now, it will slowly release that memory, returning to its neutral form, ready for the next person who needs rest. But that is later. That is morning. Now, There is only this holding, this soft and gentle support. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. Perhaps you can sense the garden beyond these walls, the one you imagined earlier, with its damp earth and quiet growing things. At this hour, the garden is resting too. The flowers have closed their petals. The vegetables have stopped their slow work of growing. Even the insects have found their places of shelter, tucked into leaves and bark, waiting for the light to return. Everything knows how to rest. Everything knows when it is time to stop. The air that comes through the invisible cracks in these walls carries the memory of that garden, the memory of rain and growth and patient seasons. It is air that has touched many things before reaching you. It has moved through trees and over water and across sleeping fields. And now it enters this room, this small space, and it offers you its softness, its gentle presence, its quiet companionship. There is nothing you need to remember, nothing you need to hold on to. All the things that seemed so important earlier, the worries and plans and problems, they will still be there in the morning if they need to be. But they do not need you now. They can wait. They have no choice but to wait, because you are resting, and rest is more important than anything they might ask of you. The shadows in the room have stopped moving, or perhaps they are moving so slowly that you cannot perceive it. Either way, they feel still, settled. Like everything else in this room, they have found their place and are content to remain there. Your thoughts are very quiet now, wisps of things, half-formed shapes that dissolve before you can look at them directly. This is the mind preparing for sleep. This is the mind letting go of its grip on waking. You do not need to help it. You do not need to push or pull. You can simply allow. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out, the cup on the table, the lamp beside it, the beads in their coil, the cloth on the wall, the wooden floor beneath. Simple things, quiet things, things that do not change. You can trust them to be here. You can trust them to remain. The warmth of the room wraps around you. You feel held, enclosed in something gentle. This is what rest feels like. This is what it means to stop striving, to simply let the night have you. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The flame is so small now, a bead of light, a tiny sun in the darkness. But it is still burning, still offering what it has. And what it has is enough. It has always been enough. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. Somewhere far away, morning is beginning in another part of the world. But that is not your concern. That is someone else's morning. Someone else is waking. Your morning is far away still, hours and hours distant, separated from this moment by a vast expanse of rest. You have all the time you need. You have more time than you need. Time stretches out before you like a dark road, and you can walk it slowly, or you can rest beside it and let it carry you. There is no urgency in the dark, no clock to watch, no schedule to keep, just the slow turning of the earth, the slow wheeling of stars behind clouds, the slow breath in your chest, rising and falling, rising and falling, asking nothing, giving everything. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The village sleeps. You can feel it sleeping, even without seeing it. All those quiet houses, all those still rooms, all those bodies at rest. You are one of them now, part of the sleeping village, part of the quiet night, part of the great rest that comes to everyone, sooner or later, when the day finally releases its grip. Perhaps somewhere in one of those houses, an old woman is sleeping in her bed, a blanket pulled across her shoulders, her breath slow and peaceful. She has seen many nights like this. She has learned that sleep comes when you stop waiting for it. She has learned that the body knows how to rest when the mind finally agrees to let it. Her wisdom fills her sleep, and her sleep fills the night, and the night holds her gently as it holds you. And in another house, perhaps, a child is sleeping, dreaming of nothing important, the way children do. The dreams of children are not burdened with meaning. They simply occur, bright and strange, and then they are gone, leaving nothing behind but rest. The child does not know how precious this is. The child simply sleeps, and in sleeping, reminds the whole village what rest can be when it is uncomplicated. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The air in this room has grown soft. It holds no urgency. It makes no demands. It simply fills the space between things, connecting everything with its gentle presence. The air touches your skin without pressing. It moves through your lungs without forcing. It is patient air, restful air, the kind of air that knows how to be still. This air has been breathed by many before you, monks and travelers, villagers and wanderers, all of them breathing this same air, all of them finding rest in rooms like this on nights like this. The air does not remember them, but it holds them anyway, the way all things hold what passes through them. And now it holds you too, and you hold it. Breathing in, breathing out. Part of the long chain of rest that stretches back through time. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. Your breath continues. In and out. In and out. The rhythm of it like waves on a shore. Constant, reliable. The oldest rhythm you know. The first sound you ever heard, before you were born, was the rhythm of breathing. And now, all these years later, it continues. Faithful, true, carrying you towards sleep the way it has carried you through every night of your life. And you can breathe in, slowly, and breathe out. The room grows softer. The edges of things blur. The distinction between where you end and where the cushion begins has become uncertain. And that is fine. That is what happens when rest deepens. Boundaries dissolve. Separations fade. Everything flows together. One continuous warmth. One unbroken silence. One endless night of rest. And you can breathe in, slowly, and breathe out. The flame gutters once, then steadies. Very small now. A pinpoint. An ember. But it has not gone out. It will not go out until you are ready. It knows how to wait. It knows how to stay. Your body is heavy, so heavy, sinking into the cushion, into the floor, into the earth beneath. Gravity holds you, and you let yourself be held. No effort, no struggle, just wait, just rest, just this. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The night is endless, or it feels that way. Hours stretch in every direction, filled with nothing but rest, nothing but quiet, nothing but the slow passage of time that does not press or hurry. You are floating in this time, suspended in it, held by it the way the ocean holds a leaf that has fallen on its surface, gently, without grasping. The lamp, the cup, the beads, the cloth, the floor, the window, the darkness beyond. These things have become part of you, or you have become part of them. It is hard to say which. Words have grown heavy. Thoughts have grown heavy. Everything is sinking into rest. Perhaps you can hear the silence now, not as absence, but as presence. A soft hum beneath everything. The sound the world makes when it stops asking for attention, when it finally lets go of the day and settles into the night. This is the sound of rest, the sound of everything breathing together, slowly, in the dark. Your eyes are closed, or they are open, but seeing nothing. It does not matter. There is nothing to see that matters. Only rest, only quiet, only the slow breath moving in and out, the faithful rhythm that has never once forgotten you. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The room holds you. The night holds the room. And something larger holds the night. Something without name. Something that has always been there, always will be there, holding everything that exists in its vast and gentle arms. You are part of what it holds. You have always been part of it. Even when you forgot, even when you felt alone, you were being held. The flame is barely visible now, a ghost of light, a memory of warmth, but it is there, still there, and you are here, still here, together in this room, this night, this moment that stretches like honey, slow and sweet and endless. Your body breathes, your heart beats, your blood moves through its ancient channels. All of this happens without you, for you, while you rest. The body knows what to do. It has always known. You can trust it now. You can let it carry you. And you can breathe in, slowly, and breathe out. The warmth you feel is not just physical. It is something deeper. Something that comes from knowing you are safe. From knowing that, at least for now, nothing can reach you. Nothing can demand of you. Nothing can take from you. You are held in a bubble of quiet, protected by the night itself, by the walls of this room, by your own willingness to rest. The silence has grown so complete that it has become a presence, a soft weight in the air, a blanket that covers everything. You rest beneath this blanket of silence, and it holds you the way all blankets hold, gently, warmly, without asking anything in return. The village dreams, the trees dream, the earth dreams its slow, ancient dream. And you are part of this dreaming now, slipping into it, becoming it. The boundary between waking and sleeping has grown so thin. Perhaps it was never there at all. One continuous rest, one endless quiet, one long night that holds everything. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The lamp, the cup, the beads, the cloth, the floor. These things have faded to impressions, soft shapes in the dark. You remember them, but the remembering is dim. They are there. They are real, but they no longer need your attention. Nothing needs your attention. You are free. The incense has long faded. The tea has long cooled. The temple bell is silent. Everything rests. Everything waits. Everything holds you. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. Rest now. You are resting. You have been resting for a long time, and you can rest for longer still. There is no end to this night, no place you need to be, no moment more important than this one. Just rest, just quiet, just breath. The room holds you. The night holds the room. You are held, and you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The flame is there, so small, so quiet, a point of warmth in the soft dark. It will stay as long as you need it. It knows how to wait. The cup is there. The beads are there. The cloth is there. All the familiar things resting with you. Your body rests. Your mind rests. Everything rests. Sinking deeper, settling further, becoming one with the cushion and the floor and the room and the night. No difference anymore. No separation, just rest. Just this. Just now. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The night holds you. The silence holds you. The darkness holds you. You are held in every direction by everything that exists. And there is nothing to do but let yourself be held. This is not work. This is not effort. This is the natural state of things. The way water finds its level. The way leaves fall when ready. The way sleep comes when you stop fighting it. Rest now. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. Rest now. You are safe. You are held. You are exactly where you need to be. Nothing more is required. Just this. Just breath. Just rest. The lamp. So small now. A tiny glow. The cup beside it. The beads. The faded cloth. All resting. All still. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The room holds you. The night holds the room. The silence holds the night. You are held. You have always been held. Your breath is soft, so soft. In and out. In and out. The cushion beneath you. The floor beneath the cushion. The earth beneath the floor. All holding. All still. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The lamp. The cup. The beads. The cloth. The room. The night. All one thing now. All rest. Your body rests. Your mind rests. Everything rests. Everything rests. The flame so small, the darkness so soft, the silence so complete. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. Rest now. The room holds you. The night holds you. The silence holds you. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. You are safe. You are held. You are here. The lamp, the cup, the cloth, all resting, all still. And you can breathe in slowly and breathe out. The room, the lamp, the silence, you. And you can breathe in and breathe out. Rest now. Rest now. Rest. The room holds you. The night holds you. You are held. You are safe. You are resting. And you can breathe in and breathe out. The lamp, the cup, the beads, the cloth, resting, still, held, safe. Rest. And breathe. Rest. Held. Safe. Rest. 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 Rest.